Hey guys, happy Friday again. Hey, 2 shows in one day. I love it. I wish we could do 5 in a day, but you'd get too sick of me. Not to mention I'm losing my voice off and on. So I'm going to wait for some people to come in here. And the FBI released their findings on the Gabby Petito case. And we're going to talk about it. We've been talking about Gabby since she went missing. Amy said hello. Hello, Amy. The other Sharon. Mandy and Danny Jordan. Hello. Cats, chats, crime, and coffee. I was just watching your video. And that work that you did for McCann is absolutely amazing. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Granny. Absolutely great. Hello, Amy. Hello. If I missed somebody, I apologize. So it's Friday evening, Friday night for some of you guys. How's your Friday going? Tell me all about it. I love talking to you guys. What did Granny say? Hang on. What kind of name is this? Doohickey. Hello again. Well, hello, Doohickey. Hello, sweetie, to you. It's 10 a.m. Not 10 a.m. 10 p.m. We're cats out. Yeah, it's still winter here, too. And I am tired of it. And I'm so tired of this cold I'm fighting. I'm telling you, I would rather be in bed, sick off my ass, to where I can just recover than just this annoying sniffle cough stuff. I can't stand it. Hey, bedtime clown, where you been, my friend? Glad to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I just messaged Kevin. I'm like, we're live. And he goes, why? Had a bad migraine first thing this morning. Now I'm awesome, so I can listen to your podcast. You're awesome. You're awesome. You guys are awesome. All right, so I'm going to put up this news clip real quick, and then I'm going to put the link up, and we can discuss this. I kind of think we all had this figured out a few months ago, but there's no discounting any case. So here we go. Angela, how are you doing? Hello from Richmond, Virginia. I'm doing good. I am doing good. Let me tell you something right now. Even though Gabby's family knew the outcome, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to turn this down real quick, my phone. This is still a very heartbreaking day for them. Because it's one thing when you know it, but it's another thing hearing it. So hold on. Uno momento.
Right now, we have new details coming to light as the FBI in Denver concludes its investigation into the Gabby Petito murder case. Good evening. I'm Keith Tate.
And I'm Stacy Scheibel. Thank you for joining us. News Gen Late's Justin Shecker joins us live from the FBI field office in Tampa with what we have learned late today. Justin.
Keith and Stacy, good afternoon to you both. Gabby Petito's parents met with FBI agents here yesterday before the Bureau provided its public update on the conclusion into their investigation. According to the FBI, Brian Laundrie confessed to killing Gabby Petito in written statements in the notebook found near his remains in Northport. Nearly 5 months after Gabby Petito disappeared during a cross-country road trip with her fiancé, FBI Denver Division Special Agent in charge Michael Schneider says the investigation did not identify any other individuals other than Brian Laundrie directly involved in the tragic death of Gabby Petito. The FBI's primary focus throughout the investigation was to bring justice to Gabby and her family. 8 days after Nicole Schmidt reported her daughter missing on September 11th, Gabby's remains were found at the Spread Creek Dispersed Camping Area in Wyoming. The Teton County Coroner's Office says she died of blunt force injuries to the head and neck with manual strangulation. On September 17th, Laundrie's parent...
Okay, I'm going to pause that. I don't care who you are, even though you already knew the outcome, and you know that where's Baldo there on the screen did it. This was a very heartbreaking day for her family. Terrible. Doohickey said WFLA, WFLA. What is JB streaming right now? I'm going to play this first. You know this is a heartbreaking day to actually hear it, to hear it for themselves. Not just what they thought and what everyone's been talking about. It's solidified now.
Parents reported their son missing after he went hiking near their Northport home. After an extensive month-long search by law enforcement, Laundrie's parents located an item belonging to their son on October 20th in the Carlton Reserve. The FBI revealing near his remains, they found a backpack.
All right. Sorry I'm interrupting. I will never understand how the Laundries, how Chris and Roberta go out to the reserve a month after baby boy's been hiking and they just happen to pick out his notebook. Can someone help me here? Jennifer's got all the information. JB's on vacation with his wife as per Twitter. I've never understood that. He's been missing for a month, according to you, which we know he's been hiding, okay? And you just happen to stumble across his stuff? I do think that we need to have some charges on the Laundries. Agreed with you, Doohickey. Fucking magical. Couldn't believe it. It takes me a while to get through these news articles, as you guys know. It's never just played all the way through. I have to stop it all the time. Kathy, it makes Ellie look stupid. Yeah. I'm wondering, Stephanie, they planted all that. I'm still kind of wondering. Oh, Kevin B in the house. It was absolute rage. Oh, it was rage, all right. Okay, I'm going to start this back just a little bit.
Reserve. The FBI revealing near his remains, they found a backpack, revolver, and a notebook with a written confession. The Sarasota County Medical Examiner says Laundrie died of a self-inflicted gunshot. The attorney for Petito's parents, Richard Stafford, sent In on Your Side a statement saying, "We truly appreciate the FBI's diligent and painstaking efforts in this extremely complicated case. The quality and quantity of the facts and information collected by the FBI leave no doubt Brian Laundrie murdered Gabby."
Did anyone, I'm just asking you guys really quick, did anyone, by the way, Eve, I was in your live earlier. Great job. Great job. Did anyone doubt that it was Brian? Anyone? If you doubted it was Brian, give me a 1. If you thought it was Brian, give me a 2. I'm going to give you my opinion why it was a complicated case and why it took so long for a resolution. Anybody want to guess why I think it took so long to get to this? Because I'm going to put the link up in a second. We're going to talk about this. This is my favorite comment right now. Amy, hell no. Hell no. No. They knew all along who it was. So what held up the investigation? We're going to talk about that here in just a second. Let me get through this.
The Laundrie family attorney, Stephen Bertolino, says, "We can only hope with today's closure of the case, each family can begin to heal and move forward and find peace in and with the memories of their children."
Yeah, what a piece of shit Stephen Bertolino is. Of course he would say that. Of course he would say that. Chris and Roberta would never cooperate when they were looking for Gabby. They had a business card from a real estate attorney in New York, and when the police showed up to find Gabby and get answers, all they did was hand the business card over from Stephen Bertolino. That's all. Really? He wants peace and closure. I'd love to know how much old Chris and Roberta had to pay him. I'd love to know. Oh, here's a new name. Turtolino. Oh, he is. Oh, he is. Oh, he is. We can only hope that with today's closure, there's no closure for Gabby's parents. You want closure for what you're going through because you bit off more than you could chew. And you want closure for your buddies, the Laundrie family, for what they went through. Don't gaslight me, Stephen Bertolino.
And the Petito family has started a foundation in memory of their daughter. Its mission is to help find missing people and to support organizations assisting victims of domestic violence. Live at the FBI field office in Tampa, I'm Justin Shecker, 8 on your side.
Thank you, Justin. You can read the FBI's entire statement about the conclusion of its investigation, as well as the statements from the Petito and Laundrie families on our WFLA app.
Okay, well, I don't have the app, but I'm gonna pull something up. KJ, exactly. I think they're building something against the family too. Hang on one sec. I'm gonna try to find the FBI statement. Gabby Petito. It's here. Yeah, right, Gaelic girl. They don't even return her belongings. Gotta be kidding me. It's always something. Let's see. FBI. Here we go. Okay, so this is from MSN. So we know that's true. Eve. I was just getting ready to say that. Just, excuse me. It's funny how the Mustang was retrieved, and then 2 days later, the Laundries report him missing. Yeah, we went live that night when the big revelation came out that he was hiding. I'm sorry, I mean missing, but we know he was hiding. And then we find out the Mustang had been gone longer. Yeah, they need to be charged with something. Yeah, they need to be charged with something. All right, so let's go through this real quick. The boyfriend of slain cross-country traveler Gabby Petito admitted killing her in a notebook discovered near his body in a Florida swamp, the FBI announced Friday. What book had he been reading? It's like, I'm trying to think of the book. You guys help me, like The Catcher in the Rye or something, where like, he's committing crimes and he's writing them down and he's documenting stuff, He thinks he's tricking everybody and he's fooling people. Yeah, doohickey, that was quite a week. Okay, Matrix said it was Lullaby. The other Sharon, I wanted this too. Funny how it survived the water. Yeah. Oh, STFU, doohickey, Fight Club. I dig it, though. I get what you're saying. It was the first time authorities squarely pinned the blame for Petito's death on Brian Laundrie, though he was the prime suspect all along. I don't believe that statement. I do not believe that. I don't believe that. I think the holdup was crackheads calling to the tip line saying that Brian Laundrie was still alive. People were calling saying that his uncle is a dentist and that he planted the bones there and Brian's still alive. This would have been sealed up like a brand new Ziploc bag if people would have quit with all the conspiracy theories. Well, Kevin says nope. He said there'll never be closure for Gabby's parents. They'll always wonder why. I think they'll understand more when they learn more about domestic violence. Okay, so it is lullaby. Matrix. This is not the whole 9 yards. I don't think so either. Investigators, meanwhile, announced that Laundrie, 23, had sent text messages to intentionally deceive people that Petito, 22, was still alive after he beat and strangled her in late August, according to a statement released by the FBI in Denver. All right, so we know he's obsessed by this book. I couldn't remember what the book was. You guys reminded me Lullaby. He's got a notebook. They have the fight in Moab. They have the fight in Wyoming. These are public fights, all right? I'm still going with domestic violence. I don't think it was premeditated. All logical investigative steps have been concluded in this case. FBI Denver Division Special Agent in Charge Michael Schneider said in a statement, the investigation did not identify any other individuals other than Brian Laundrie directly involved in the tragic death of Gabby Petito. Petito's body was found on September 19th. And I'm going to tell you what, when we did that live stream that night, you guys heard me. We were all crying. I was crying. You guys were crying. At a campground, bear with me. I can hear myself talk in my head. I'm all stopped up. At a campground near Grand Teton National Park in northwestern Wyoming. A coroner determined she died about 3 weeks earlier of blunt force injuries to the head and neck with manual strangulation. Well, we heard it straight from the coroner. We did. We live streamed it that day. Laundrie returned home to Florida in early September. I'll never get over that one. I will never get over that. He comes pulling up in her van without her, and his parents have no questions. They take a camping trip. He escapes with the Mustang, goes missing, hiding, whatever you want to call it. And now here we are. And then they won't cooperate with the police. They've got the blood on their hands of their son for sure. There was nothing they could have done about Gabby, but they could have saved their son and gotten justice for Gabby. Don't you think what I'm reading to you right now is justice for Gabby? Because there's no such thing right now. No. I tell you what, when baby boy rolled back in that driveway, after he'd been home before earlier that month, Chris and Roberta. Put the link up. Let's get Chris and Roberta on. Further searching turned up at Laundrie's remains a revolver, backpack, and the notebook. Medical examiners determined Laundrie died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Okay. The FBI did not specify what exactly Laundrie had written in the notebook and in the text he'd sent to mislead. Well, her mom explained the text. Gabby's mom talked about the text that she was getting, and she could do the math. She can't get a text from Gabby on August 31st, and he's in Florida on September 1st without her. Now, the timing and the content of these messages are indicative of Mr. Laundrie attempting to deceive law enforcement by giving the impression that Miss Petito was still alive. Grand Teton was the last place the couple visited during a cross-country van trip last summer that ended with Laundrie mysteriously returning home alone in a vehicle. And he did. And neither Chris or Roberta asked where their soon-to-be daughter-in-law was. Where is the woman that our grandchildren call Aunt Gabby? Where is the woman that's been sending postcards to Aunt Gabby? The couple documented their trip on Instagram. They crossed Colorado and on August 12th were stopped by police in Moab, Utah, after the two got into a scuffle. Wouldn't put it that way, but all right, that's how you guys do it. Police video showed Petito described a fight that escalated. Police concluded Petito was the aggressor, but officers decided to separate them for the night rather than file charges. Shoddy police work there. Attorneys for the Petito and Laundrie families did not immediately respond Friday to emails and text messages seeking comment about the FBI's conclusions. Well, help me, guys. The FBI's conclusions to me seem what we've been talking about for months. We knew it was going to come to this. Did anyone think it was going to be someone else? And on top of that, they're saying that he has nothing to do with the murders in Moab. I do believe that because I don't believe he's some random serial killer. I think that those two were so heated and fighting. No shame on Gabby at all. I'm not saying that. I'm certainly not going to celebrate that piece of shit, Brian. Something escalated. What do you guys think? Amy, he's a baby that can't control his anger. I agree. Let's throw the link up. I'm going to find this thing about baby boy when he was in Moab, because I know people are going to ask about this. Google. Let's see. Brian Laundrie. Moab. Well, that's in October. Can't do anything about that. Made mistakes there. Got that. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Hang on. Okay, FBI says Petito Laundrie. Well, she would have been involved anyway. Not involved in double murder outside of Moab. Well, someone better get on it because there's definitely a sicko out there for killing these two women. All right, so we know what happened. We know what's happened to Gabby, and it's tragic and it's sad. They better get on this, Utah. Get on it, Utah. The FBI has determined that the late Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie were not involved in an unsolved double murder that occurred when the couple were in Moab area last year. Kylan Schultz and Crystal Turner were found murdered near a campsite in the South Mesa area on August 18th. Both Schultz and Turner, who were married, had been shot multiple times and left in an irrigation ditch. No suspects. Do you guys think that one person could have done that? I mean, it wasn't Brian. No suspects have been identified in the 4 months since the murders. Days earlier, Petito and Laundrie, who were traveling across the country together, were questioned by Moab police officers over a domestic violence call. Because of the gruesome discovery of Petito's body in Wyoming a month later, and Laundrie having committed suicide after returning home to Florida, many wondered if the couple was possibly connected. I don't think anyone ever thought that Gabby was part of it. However, in a letter released Wednesday, Grand County Sheriff Stephen White said the FBI and Florida investigators have determined, based on electronic transmission evidence, that neither Petito nor Laundrie were involved in the case. Well, hopefully they get that figured out, because those women deserve justice too. They definitely do. Mary. Yep, because they were running from whoever it was. I agree. I'm going to put the link up real quick. Hang on, let me look at something real quick. Let's see something. I missed a comment I was going to address. Eve, I think Gabby was starting to see the mental illness and she wanted to help him. He didn't want help. No, he's a narcissist and he wouldn't want help. And that's the reason when they were talking to the police in Moab, he was putting everything off on her like she's crazy trained. I'm going to find that video real quick. Bear with me. I don't need your data storage policy. What's this? Was there a video here or not? Hang on. Hang on 1 second.
What's that? Yeah, I just spoke to her. So you want to do me a favor? Let's go ahead and get you step out of the vehicle. Alrighty. Come on over here. Get on there. So tell me what's going on.
This use gets worked up sometimes, and I try and really distance myself from her. So, like, I locked the car and I walked away from her. What happened this morning is that.
See right there, he's making her responsible of the fight that they both were in. Okay, I've never liked this. I've never liked the way that he got away with this. I'm not saying to lock the guy up because they had a fight. I just think it should have been handled a little bit differently.
She's trying to start up like your own little website blog and everything. So every time we really had a nice morning with anything, but she just got worked up as we were trying to get going and get her day going because we want to go hike ours or something like that.
You want to tell me about those scratches on your face?
She had her cell phone in her hand. That's why I was pushing her away because she wanted. I left the keys so I could walk away. I said, let's just take a breather and let's not go anywhere. Let's just calm down for a minute. And then she had her phone trying to get keys to me, so I got away. I was trying to, I was trying to push her away to go, let's just take a minute, step back and breathe. And she got me with her phone.
Can I see your hand? Oh, you got a mark right here.
I mean, hindsight's 20/20, and the police didn't really know what was going on. Nobody's really injured. He's sitting there telling one story. She's apologizing for the whole thing. Women can be aggressors. I'm sure if they could go back in time, they would have done things differently. Matrix, you're right. They were trying to find a reason not to take her in. Yeah, because I don't think they believed him.
Oh, that's from a wire. That's from a wire? Yeah. You want to talk about hitting that curb?
Hitting the curb was pretty different. She said, I can't believe you pulled over.
You'll just hear him say it's from grabbing a wire? The hell is he stretching fence? What's he talking about? Grabbing a wire. Stupid ass.
What about the speed? Did she take over the pedal on you?
If I was going fast, I'm sorry. No, it's probably just the moment of, I'm still shaking out. The adrenaline, seeing the lights flashing up and then her gripping the wheel. So if I sped up, I'm sorry about that. But if I was speeding beforehand, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, she's doing quite a bit to catch up to you. So,
yeah, I'm sorry about that. We're just going into the park again to get water because we have a 6-gallon water container to fill up. So we're just getting water for the hike. And I was trying to keep everything calm and quiet because there's plans still to go for our hike. But it's good. I'm really sorry about that.
Of course. Do me a favor. You want to go ahead and just take a seat right over here on the floor for me?
If I was speeding, I'm sorry.
You don't have anything in my pocket or anything like that, do you?
Yeah, nope.
Just the wallet? All right. And then, do you mind lifting your shirt so I can check the waist? I got turn around for me real quick. Okay. I just want to make sure. That's all, man. Go ahead, do me a favor, take a seat. All right.
I think right there, I'm going to go back just a little bit. When they told baby boy, he's the golden boy of the family, don't forget. Go ahead and take a seat right there. He loses all control. I think that's when the plan started. He knew what was going on. He knew how pissed he was. He knew he couldn't manipulate them when they said, have a seat right here. The way he walked away, let's watch this again.
Calm and quiet because there's plans still to go for a hike. And it's good. No, sorry.
Do me a favor. You want to go ahead and just take a seat right over here on the go for me?
If I was speeding, I'm sorry. My apologies.
You don't have anything in my pocket or anything like that, do you?
Here, nope.
Just the wallet? All right. And then, do you mind lifting your shirt so I can check your waist? I got. Turn around for me real quick. Okay. I just want to make sure. That's all, man. Go ahead, do me a favor. Take a seat. All right. Oh, do you have your ID on you?
In the car, if you want to come with me,
No, we'll just do this. Just go ahead and take.
Isn't he a compliant little thing? Isn't he? Doohickey. Sit crisscross applesauce. Yep. Eve. I'm sorry about the little things Gabby made me do. Yep. Hence why we're here. Tell you what.
What's your first name?
Brian.
Brian? Is that right spelling?
B-R-I-N and L-A-U-N.
And then your last name?
L-A-U-N.
L-A-U-N.
D-R-I-E.
D-R-I-E?
Yep.
Laundry? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's your date of birth, Brian?
I'll say crisscross applesauce, but can I just sit in the shade because I'm bald? That's okay. It's obvious.
Alright, just hang tight for me. SO229. I need a 29 name and date of birth. First name Brian, layman spellings, last name Laundry, Lima Alpha Uniform, November Delta Romeo India. Bravo Romeo India Alpha November.
And then what interaction was it? What?
It's gonna be out of order.
Was it driving? Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit you.
All right. So, trigger warning. We just heard about the outcome of Gabby Petito, even though we already knew that it was going to be Brian. But still, it was very bad news. Very bad news. So here is Gabby.
I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you. Because, where did he hit you? Don't worry. Be honest. Did he slap your face or what? Yeah. Go ahead. Okay. So has he been drinking?
No, we don't drink.
Okay. What was up with his driving? I saw that he hit a curb.
I
While you're driving?
but
While he was driving, you were hitting him?
like, come on, I kind of like.
Did you already tell him all this?
I didn't get that far into
Okay,
it. She
so
was hyperventilating.
She's saying that they don't drink, but at the point where you lit them up.
They don't drink or anything.
She's hyperventilating because she's across the country from her parents, her brother, and everything she knows. She's left alone with him. She's a young girl. Yes, she's a girl. I understand she's in her 20s, but she's a young girl. And she understands that things are going really bad. They're going really bad. And she can't process it. She can't comprehend it. She doesn't know what to do.
They Yeah, I was yelling at him, and then when you said it like that, I kind of punched her arm like this is an idiot.
She's saying like hit the curb. You said it was Gabby?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm really bad. It was Gabby?
Yeah.
Try to meditate stuff. Does she tend to have a lot of anxiety and stress?
A lot of anxiety.
And what's his name? Is it Brian? Is he usually pretty patient with you?
Yeah.
I've never liked that statement from the officer. Is he pretty patient with you? What does that mean? She's not a puppy. She's not a newborn baby. Is he pretty patient with you? They really, I'm not shaming the police, so don't get me wrong. They really have to have better training. They really do. That's not something that you ask a woman sitting in the back of a police car, a man sitting in the back of the police car, because trust me, men get the hell beat out of them too. Is he normally pretty patient with you? That's just kind of, I don't really like that. That's just me though.
But I guess it just makes me upset. I know that he definitely gets frustrated with me a lot.
I never like that. He gets frustrated with me a lot.
Way of taking my anxiety and bringing it down. But my ex-wife, I'm just sharing, I know it's a little personal, but to help you understand, we would feed off each other's anxiety and spiral. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter how much I loved her. It may be bad for your soul.
Did anybody want to hear the policeman there talking about his shit marriage? Nope. Me and my ex-wife fed off each other's anxiety and it spiraled. Oh, God.
Just saying, I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but if you know you have anxiety, look at the situations you can get in. You know what I mean? And we're not here to be mean to you or anything. Well, you know, there's a first time, and then it usually. We'll go see what Brian's saying, but I think you've heard everything now from.
Quick question. You said you were hitting him in the arm. Did you grab the steering wheel?
No, I didn't.
You did not touch
I
the steering wheel?
touch the steering wheel, but only for like a second, because I just saw the lights come on, and it was more just like, you're an idiot. Like, you know.
But did you grab the steering wheel and like
No.
swerve or anything like that?
No. I didn't touch the steering wheel at all.
I'm going to go ahead and close this door again. Do you have enough air back here, or do you want me to kick it up some more?
Do you have any water?
I will see if I can find something.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
See, and that part of the video always got me. When she's sitting there saying, no worries, can I have a water? Like she's still being apologetic. And that is stereotypical victimhood. You can see what Brian is doing, which is putting all the blame on her. Well, she wants to start this little podcast, and, you know, she wants to be on Instagram and all these things, and, you know, and then she's just like, you know, can I have some water? And like, she's like absorbing all the blame. I guarantee you they both were fighting like cats and dogs. This is victimhood 101. I'm going to rewind that. I'm going to rewind this.
And it was more just like, you're an idiot. Like, you know.
But did you grab the steering wheel and like swerve or anything like that? I'm going to go ahead and close this door again. Do you have enough air back here, or do you want me to kick it up some more?
Do you have any water?
I will see if I can find something.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
She even says thank you when she asks for water. Okay. Wow.
You wouldn't happen to have any water, would you? Can I get a bottle?
Did you already give a statement to this officer? I got this gentleman here.
Yeah.
This gentleman noticed that you had some marks on your neck. Yeah. And she's got some marks on her too. we're just trying to figure out what all happened. And I know you probably already told the story. This officer is probably going to be the one handling the whole case. You want to listen to what he has to say, and then you tell him what happened. We don't mind.
Start at the beginning for me.
Start at the beginning. Well, I don't want to go too far back, but we've been in Beyond Land for the past week or so, traveling around, and the flies here are pretty intense. So the flies have definitely been getting to her, and then my feet are dirty and everything. So I think that our little squabble started because we were hanging out at the coffee shop, and when we got back to the van, there was some dirt and stuff in the van, and I moved our food around. It was a little disorganized, so she gets a little.
Sorry about that. Do you need any water?
That's okay.
It's hot out
I
here.
was we were going to get water because we ran out, but it's okay. No, it's okay. I don't like class.
Let me see this piece of shit.
We were hanging out at the coffee shop, and when we got back to the van, it was 3:30 and stuff. And I moved our food around. It was a little disorganized.
I moved her food around. And he's like laughing while she's sitting in the back. Now, I know with what's going on, he can't walk over there and ask her how she's doing. But funny, with the body cam, he never asked. Goodness. Watch this piece of shit's face.
So she gets a little.
Sorry about that. Do you need any water?
That's okay.
It's hot out here.
We were going to get water because we ran out, but it's okay. No, it's okay. I don't like plastic bottles. It's okay. Thank you. But we just had a little
Look who's got Chris Watts' hands. Look right there. Look right there. I will find the picture of Chris Watts standing on the porch, and he was folding his hands in front of him, trying to be so congenial. So congenial. And he's got his hands folded in front of him while he knows what's really going on.
disagreement there. And this agreement was just that she was getting a little worked up, and I was saying, oh, it's okay, thanks. So it was just more of a disagreement, and I just wanted to.
What was the disagreement about?
It was. I wouldn't even call it disagreement.
There we go again. I gotta find the video in a second. It'll blow you guys' mind.
It was just I'm dirty and I can't change being dirty. Like I got dirty feet. I got sanding up the puffs and stuff like that. It was that we were at the coffee shop for so long because we were there from 9 to 3. So yeah, there's a few little things, little relationships. I'm in a good relationship.
I've been married for over 5 years now. So.
There's a lot of little things. Right?
Yeah, I can go
And we weren't physical before the point where I said, all right, let's just take a breather and like walk away for a minute. I'll lock the van up and I'll go for a walk this way, and you can go walk that way in the block. You know, there's that moon. What's it called, moonflower?
He just said, I'm gonna man up and go for a walk. God, that's a very loaded sentence. He's gonna man up and go for a walk. Oh, God, help me.
Yeah, nice areas. You can go either way. It's all shaded, so it's just go for a little walk and breathe. Come back. It's pretty. Yeah, we're happy with it. But she just. I'm not upset with her. She got a little worked up, and she had a phone in her hand and her keys and everything. And she wanted. I not her keys, like her brain, her rings, her phone. And I was holding on to the keys because I didn't want to go anywhere. And my big fear is. I don't have my phone. I don't have a phone. So she goes off without me. But it's all right. I'm on my own. So I was saying, let's just go for a walk. And she was trying to get the keys for me. So I was just going straight back up. And that's when she hit me. And I didn't get. I don't want to push you, but I didn't get overtly physical. I was just trying to keep her away.
I'm just trying to keep her away. Watch his hands. Watch his hands. Please watch his hands. Watch where he looks. Watch how he deflects. Eve. Love to you all. I'm under the weather and need to rest. Eve, get some rest, my friend. Thank you, Brooks, for stopping by today. Love you, Eve. You put on a great show today. Watch his hands.
Did not get hit. And then I got really loud, and like, that's probably your attention where I was going, back up, get away, just get me.
Okay, so you said you pushed her to create some distance, obviously, right? What happened after that? What got the scratches on your eye?
The phone.
The phone. So you pushed her and she hit you?
The scratches on his hands are from the phone. Earlier, the bitch said it was from wire. Okay? And again, I'm saying, what was he doing? Stretching fence? What wire? What's he talking about? Gotta be kidding me.
She was, it wasn't like a push and she jumped on me. She was already, I don't know, she was already swinging there. A lot of angles on the hands, on the fingers.
Yeah, you got three scratches in your neck. You got one on your left side of your nose. You got one in your face here, and you got 4 bleeding over there. So it looks like 2 hands.
Do you mind lifting up your right sleeve for me? I'm curious about something.
Oh, it's a little bit of nails. I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about
Is it
fingernails.
bruised or tender or anything like
No.
that? Okay.
I'm fine.
You got one in your face here, and you got 4 bleeding over there. So it looks like 2 hands.
Do you mind lifting up your right sleeve for me? I'm curious about something.
It's a little bit of nails. I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining.
I suppose fingernails, but I'm not complaining. So now we have this knockdown drag out. You have the police there, and you're making it sound like a sex joke, which he tried to wind it into some kind of like maybe, it could have been like between the two of them. Not him, but it was like basically social media. Granny said this update is about to come on 6 o'clock news in Indiana. If you rewind, we had the update, and they've gotten to the bottom of it. Just what we've been saying the whole time. He did it. He did it the whole time. He confessed in his notebook. He can't call her parents and tell them where she's at. No, he writes it in his little notebook like he's in the Judy Blume novel, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, writing down his private thoughts.
I'm not complaining about
Is it bruised or tender or anything like
No.
that?
Okay. I'm fine. I love it. I hope she doesn't have too many complaints about me. I'm just, I feel bad I had to get so public. I was just trying to be loud to listen. This is, I just try to make her calm down and be like, look, everyone's watching. And I'm like, stop this.
Thanks, iPhone. I got a quick question for you, right? Sure. Do you take any medications or anything like that? You don't take any medications or anything like that? Are you normally just kind of like hyper?
Do I see my heart rate up whenever the lights flash on? It gets your heart rate up. Do I see my?
Trust me, it does me too, and I'm the one that it gets me going a little
You probably
bit
could say, "Hey, buddy," whenever somebody walks up.
So, okay. Yeah, do you know if she takes anything?
She's crazy. No, I don't think so. No, none that I know of.
All right.
None that I know of. None that I know of. Doohickey. Oh my God, Judy Blume. Are we the same age? We must be, because when I hear about this notebook and he's writing down all his personal thoughts and everything, but you couldn't answer her parents' phone calls. You knew this was of most dire importance to them. You knew it. You knew it was of most dire importance to them. And all you do is run, hide, and your mom and dad just hand over a business card from Stephen Bertolino. Oh my gosh.
Real fast, can I get your first name?
Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, how do you spell that?
R-I-M-M.
Your last name? B-E-T? Oh, T.
I.
I see. Oh. You guys both live in Florida, right? Or that's where you guys come from?
My license is in Florida right now, but I'm from California.
But that's where you have it at currently. That's a 29. Let me go 20.
I really wish when she was trying to explain, we live in Florida now. I really wish that she's not very old. She's not very mature. She should have said, and I'm not blaming Gabby. Don't ever think I'm victim shaming. I just moved down to Florida with him and his parents. She was trying to explain, I'm actually from New York. I think a phone call to her parents from the police would have stopped this. I really do. And that is no shame or blame on Gabby. None.
First name Gabrielle, Golf, Alpha, Bravo, Romeo, India, Echo, Lima, Echo. Last name Petito, Papa, Echo, Tango, India, Charlie.
Okay, look back here. Look at dipshit back here. We got the Chris Watts hands again, guys. Look. Look where I'm pointing. Okay? We have the Chris Watts going on again. Hands folded, and we're going to dupe them all. We're going to dupe them all.
Oscar. We're just kind of hanging tight for now.
Florida. Florida, yeah, was our last year. Still good down there. I don't know if people want to on the slip. 4 to 5 north south. If you're up to 5, what was the determinants? What was the thing that determined moving to a new place? Or going to Solar Landing? So her grandmother's best friend lives in Portland, where we stayed. 2 years ago, we did a one cross-country trip, which we loved. We were in Nissan Sentra, like a tiny little car. So I was like, let's do it better. Let's get a big van. It's tiny van was very well. But I said, let's try and do a little better. So it's been great so far, for sure. But you were going over to Portland, and I don't know if you probably hear more familiar.
Manipulation. Okay, also, when he's like, well, she wanted to take her tiny little car, but I said, let's do it better and get a van. She got the van. He's lying. Okay? He's lying.
I'm from California originally.
Oh, yeah.
So, and part of my job, I dealt with employees that were from all across the United States and Washington, Oregon, California, and everything you can think of on the Western. I know most of them.
It's worldwide opportunities on organic farms, so it's like a volunteer working type of situation where you can work on organic farms. So that's our goal once we get over to Washington. Do that from Washington, then down to Oregon.
So he's saying they have a goal to get to Washington, and they were going to get jobs and work there for a while. And real quick, I'm going to tell you something right now. Utah is a breathtaking, gorgeous state. Don't think for a minute I'm putting Utah down, because that place is gorgeous. Moab, gorgeous. Gorgeous state. Yeah, listen to him. Yeah. Kind Heart 21, I want details.
explain that to the party. You're gonna be going through there. We'll get good in the way afterwards. But no, it wasn't too bad at all.
I just got a phone with one of those two witnesses that reported it. You want me to tell you what he said?
Yeah.
Real quick. You mind hanging a bit for this? So, he said that he never saw the male strike the female. He saw the male trying to lock her out of the vehicle. She even told us that he was trying to lock her out, told her to go take a walk, so that she was trying to get in. She eventually couldn't get in and actually clawed her way in through the driver's door. He said, I don't understand why she's doing that. Well, I think it's because it was the only door that wasn't locked that she could get through. She's trying to get in over him. He's trying to disengage from her. I guess he hung her backpack on the back probably so she would have her shit, so that he didn't have to engage with her. Everything she's saying is the same thing. I haven't heard what he said, but if that's what he said, it's also what the witness is saying. The witness says, I never saw him hit her. I saw him shove her, but I couldn't tell you if it was an aggression against her or a defense against her, as far as her, being the aggressor. So at this point, unless the guy's screaming that he's to a jail and did something to this girl, it sounds to me like she is the primary aggressor.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with her being the primary aggressor is in an instance of domestic assault, be it a male or be it a female, we shall arrest. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to go to jail. We can do a citation if it meets one of three criteria, which one of them is that we can ensure that they're not going to further risk each other's safety. But the problem with that is they live in the same vehicle.
That's what I was going to say. The
And
other part of it is
there's actually an injury to the victim, which is him.
right, and I'm getting conflicting stories about why they hit the curb up here.
What did he say why he hit the curb?
Well, I watched. This is what I saw first. Saw him cross the double yellow. I was doing 42 miles an hour. I was, I don't know, probably 2 car lengths behind him, tapping my wheels at him, trying to get his attention. They knew I was behind him. And then after he crossed the double yellow, merged over into the right lane, and then out of nowhere, just totally hit the curb.
Gonna address a comment real quick. Mateo, Brian never made it to him and his dad's secret hiding spot alive, but Chris sure as hell knew where to look. Agreed. Roberta knows what's up in New York. She knew it was coming. Classic. Yep. Doohickey. Will the lady's footage be released if the case is closed? She's on administrative leave. Probably not. Probably not. I don't see that happening.
So did he say what?
He said that she grabbed the wheel and turned it real hard. She said that she was hitting him in the arm. So,
Sounds legit. I mean, I'm sure if I'm driving and my arm's on the wheel and I'm getting hit in the arm, I'm probably pulling on the wheel.
yeah.
And I'm sure it was a little of both, and usually the truth somewhere between. He's probably trying not to say that he hit her because he probably doesn't want her charged with assault.
Yeah.
Domestic assault. He probably would rather say she pulled the wheel than hit her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, fortunately for her, we cannot treat this because he's bigger and stronger, and even if he's not one of our sergeants, we can't treat this differently.
That I agree with. Even though he's bigger, he's stronger. If she actually was the primary aggressor, you have to treat it equally. Because ladies going around and smacking your man around all the time, and then like one day they fight back with you, you don't get to cry foul. But this was not the case. And Mary, I agree. I believe the parents knew everything. I agree. So him saying that is nothing against Gabby. That's the law. Okay?
And if it was a male and female violence, we're going to have to charge her. And we can do a citation if there's some arrangement that can be made to separate them. And then we have to let them know that there's no contact order in effect. And we have to let him know the only way to drop it is to go into the police department during business hours and fill out a waiver, which, by the way, what's today? Thursday? So it won't be till tomorrow. I know, they're till noon, I think.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he's going to want to drop it.
Well, the other part of it is they said that they've been on for 4 or 5 months that they've been living out of this van together.
Well, this is really bad news, so let's talk to him first. Is this Ryan?
Yeah.
Did you ask me yet and take pictures of him?
No, I haven't done any of that yet.
Ryan, unfortunately, in the state of Utah, we don't have discretion on some things. Like, for example, if I pull you over for speeding and I want to give you a warning, I can do that because it's under Class A, it's Class B or under. If I want to give you warnings for all kinds of stuff, I can. But there's a few things I can't. When I say I, please, I'm not sure. One of the things that the state legislature doesn't give us discretion on is charges when it comes to domestic assault. And it sounds like you guys are living together, so you meet the statutes for domestic partners. And you do have injury, and both an independent witness, probably the next one we're going to talk to as well, which we haven't talked to, but the one we did talk to, and your own.
Okay, so what the officer is saying, you have an injury, but they didn't have the other dispatch from another person that had called in 911 when they saw Brian physically strike her on the sidewalk. Okay? They had a lot of stuff crossed there. Danny, thinking about at Brooks. Comment about if Gabby talked to her family, she could have been saved. Thanks at Doohickey. Remember when she stayed at a hotel when B was in Florida and Gabby's dad ordered pizza? Yeah, and she did talk to them, but she didn't tell them what was going on because they had no idea. According to her mom, dad, stepdad, stepmom, they had no idea what was going on. None.
Have made it clear that she was the primary aggressor and that she was striking you and you was to see victories. You have admitted to striking her, she has not admitted to striking her. The witness did not see you strike her. So at this point, you're the victim of domestic assault. That even if you didn't want to pursue this, we don't have a choice. The best thing we can do to not, the law says we have to charge her, doesn't say we have to put her in jail. Okay, but it also says we have to separate, there's no contact order, and we have to put her in jail if we cannot separate. And there's no problem here. You guys are all Florida living in the van together. How are we supposed to separate you guys? Now, I don't want to take this small 21 issue. 22-year-old blonde hair who I tell you could definitely defend yourself against, but at the same time, we can't say because you're a male and she's a female, we can't treat this different than if you were the male hitting her. Or you got treated the same. Yeah. But she's kind of in a tough spot. So unless you have an idea about how she could not go to jail and be separated, you have friends in town, somewhere she could stay. Tomorrow, if you want to, it's up to you. You can go to jail. You can't because we don't have a charge for you. Now tomorrow, if you wanted to be with her again tomorrow,
Let's take a break in.
if you want to be with her again tomorrow.
All right, so this is when his brain's really cooking. He'd already been told to sit down. Sit down, crisscross applesauce, the whole 9 yards. You know, we got the hands folded. That's believe it or not, that's a sign of aggression. That's a sign of aggression. When someone folds their hands in front of them, they're hiding. They're hiding what's getting ready to come out. They're trying to hold back their anger. And that's what he's trying to do here. Does anyone stand like that? Because I sure as hell don't. Birdsong. I remember the sick feeling I had when this video first publicized. Yep, we're going through the whole thing because now the FBI's concluded their case, and I think it's worth revisiting.
Because after 5 so I'm just close. So you can go to the police department, fill out a waiver, you drop with no contact order so you guys can still get together. But she's going to have a court date online. She's going to have to show her a court date online and answer. The prosecutor might drop it. She might say, for example, if you're not willing to pursue it, that's your decision.
I was going to say, it definitely is. I'm not going to pursue anything. She's my fiance. I love her. It's the most probable. I'm sorry that I had to get so public. So I just want to get like the checklist of things we got to do to get rid of this. So there's an online court date.
Well, she'll get a paper with the court date.
I don't get rid of it.
Well, the court date has to be attended in order for them to decide whether they need to continue or drop it. First, it's an initial appearance to say, are you who we think you are? Yes. First, do you understand the charges been brought against you? Yes or no? Yes or no, the answer. You have an attorney? Yes or no, you need one. And then from there, she can ask to speak to the prosecutor. The prosecutor might be contacting you and say, hey man, I don't see 110 counts soaking wet and you're a strong guy. We understand you're not even wanting to pursue this and the cops have to follow the statute. How, where, in the instance of you, of justice for you, the victim, what do you think? And they can decide to still prosecute her. Or they can decide to drop her. Or they can decide to give her a plea and make it kind of go away if she behaves somehow. But that still does not eliminate the first court appearance. But she has to attend, which thankfully for you guys is going to be online. So if you're out of town, here's the thing, if you're out of town and she doesn't come into a court appearance online, they can suspend her driver's license, they can issue a warrant for her. So she needs to play ball.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And we're her team. Me and her are a team. I'm sorry about all this. I apologize again. But so she's got her online court date. She's we acknowledge that she's her, and then she's got the one for the.
Well, there's automatically right now there's something called a no contact order in place.
Yeah.
From this point forward until tomorrow, if you wish to drop it, you have to go to the 217 East Center Street, Long City Police
I
Department.
got all the papers.
And you have to ask them. You want to fill out a waiver that you're requesting a waiving of the contact order, no contact order. No contact order means she cannot come into contact with you, she cannot talk to you, she cannot text you, she cannot go on any premises to drop your client, she cannot go to your vehicle. And until you drop that, or until a court date, if you don't drop it, it's in effect until midnight on day of court. And then that gives you time to get a protection order, a long-term one, if you don't need them. It sounds like you don't even want this one. So tomorrow, they open at 8, you can go to the police department, you can find a waiver, they can remove it, and you can say, hey babe, where you at? Let's pick you up. And you pick her up. Now, we're hoping not to put her in jail, but if she doesn't have somewhere to go tonight, to be separate from you, then
I can't talk to her now because it's separation, right?
Yeah. So tell me this. Do you guys have enough money for like a hotel room or anything like that? Because what we could do is we'd cite her for this, and then I'd give her a ride over to whatever hotel you guys is choosing.
pick her up tomorrow if you
And
want
you-
to know what
On your way to go pick her up, you stop over there at the PD, sign the paperwork that they're requesting.
All right. Right, what you're looking at on the screen right here is his oh shit moment. It's real. We can cite her. Do you guys have money for a hotel? It's sinking in with Brian. See, he's got the hands. He's rubbing them together. What are we doing? What's going on? What if she calls her parents? What if she's sitting back there with her phone? What if because we're going to be separated tonight. Who's she going to call? Is she going to call her parents? Is she going to call my parents? And of course, as we know, it gets real cooking after that. A lot of mistakes made in this. To be quite honest, they did everything right by the law. They were trying to treat him as the victim. They were taking them on their word. So I'm trying not to be too hard, but watch the hands. This is where the brainstorm is starting. He'd already been told to sit down like a little bitch that he is. Sit down, we're going to talk to her. He wants to control the whole situation. He can't. It's escalated. It's escalated. And now we've got our hands folded in front of us and we're trying to hold back. We're trying to make jokes. We made one about, I've got no complaints about fingernail marks in my arms and stuff like that. Now, here we are. And they're telling him how the cow ate the cabbage. And you can tell he's really thinking. He's really thinking. He took 1,000 out of her account. Gaelic girl. Danny, is he really dead? Yep, he's dead.
And then even a little bit of that quite literally.
Unless there's someone else in town that's premises, they don't.
You know, unfortunately not. I don't. And I guess that.
Yeah, I sure hate to. I don't want her to go to jail.
Well, if she goes to jail, it's like that goes down somewhere instead of her going to a hotel. Right? If you get a citation.
And so if she goes to jail, they're going to book her. And they'll take her fingerprints and go on the criminal history. And then if they don't convict her, then it will just show that it was dismissed. It will show by criminal history, but the charge was dismissed. If she was found guilty, it'll show up that she guilty committed the fraud. But the charge itself will show up on her criminal history until she gets expunged. Now, even if we give her a ticket, we're still going to take a fingerprint and it's still going to show up. Either way, it's going to show up. There's no way around in Class A. Or is this Class B?
This is Class B.
But they do require a fingerprint on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
The other part is if you contact her or she contacts you, she can be charged with a Class A,
well, which,
is a little bit different, but it doesn't count.
if you were to contact her and she responds to you, then she can get a new charge for violating the law. No contact order doesn't restrict you, it restricts her. So if you go talk to her and you find out and you're not in trouble, she'll be in trouble. So you need to clear issues. That all make sense?
No, I'm getting it all.
It's a lot. Really quickly.
No, I'm getting it all. I'm just trying to figure out a way.
You don't know anyone in town? You guys been around long?
No, I don't know anyone in town. Is she with?
I don't think CK will take her to see the aggressor. No. There's a ring something. I'm curious. You can find out. Say something.
If you did the citation, say she drove off and she drive off in the spot.
They could give you a ride somewhere.
I got my backpack. That's for you.
I got my backpack. You can spend the night. You want to drive me to Delicate Art?
Does she have a good driver's license?
She's gonna get you this driver's license. Yeah.
Yeah. She was your vehicle.
Yeah, she can.
Well, then you kind of be home with.
What really irritates me is that he's like, oh, yeah, she's got a good driver's license. He failed to mention she felt uncomfortable driving the van. She could have gone to a hotel and he could have stayed in the van. I mean, and let me tell you, when they found baby boy there out in the swamp, they didn't find much with all those critters out there. No.
And I've got to do the thing, so I can't tell her what it is that she needs to do to get all this, let her know what.
Here's the problem, though. If we take Gabby to Delicate Arts, you're going to be hoofing it from Delicate Arts all the way down to Moab Center Street so that you can fill out that paperwork, because if you're not there by noon tomorrow, you're going to be looking at Monday morning. Yeah. You'd be looking at Monday morning before you could actually see her again.
Again, we're not trying to make your life hard. This is written statute. There's nothing about it. It's designed to protect victims of domestic assault. Not everybody's the same. This is different. They're normal, but we have.
Watch that head bouncing up and down like a goddamn bobblehead. Look at him. He's just sitting there. Just shaking his head. He knows shit's coming down. He knows it's cooking. He knows it's cooking. He knows things are going really bad. Really bad. They're shaking his head. Because they're telling him facts. These are statutes. What we have to do. We have to separate you. Might be Monday morning. Goodness.
Very little money we have for sure.
I'll call CK then.
See if CK will take it for the night.
I'll see if they'll take you over.
CK
This is the way they take me. Oh. Actually, CK will take him as a victim of this assault. CK will take him, and they'll help you tomorrow.
And you're like a block and a half.
Now look, the hands were getting tighter. The hands were getting tighter, like he's gripping himself. Okay? He's gripping himself. He's getting more anxious and more mad. It's a wonder he didn't unleash right here. This day right here, this is what set him off. This is what set him off. Hang on one second. Gail. Hi, I'm new on here. Gail, hit that sub button. We are a big family here.
See if CK will take him because
They actually put up, they didn't take the guy, but they got a hotel for the guy.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Now, if she does, I'm not sleeping outside in the sleeping bag. No, I don't know. I'm just saying, I think some good hotel. You don't have a fan. You don't know.
Yes, this is Officer Robbins with my city police department. How you doing this afternoon? Oh, not too bad, not too bad. So I just did domestic, and the male is going to be our victim. Is there any way that you can help us set him up with a place to sleep tonight? Okay. $10.99. Yeah. Yes, please. Thank you. Yeah. All right. So the after hours guy isn't there at their office right now. He's going to run from his house over there, and we're going to get you all lined up. Don't worry about it. This is the phone call that they wait on. So don't feel like you are making anybody do anything extra. You're going to have to. So we're trying to make this as easy as possible. I don't want to take her in poker or anything like that.
No, I really, really appreciate it.
And I know how rough this stuff can be. Like I said, I've been married for 5.5 years. You know, believe me, if I were to say that me and my wife haven't had our share of spouse, I'd be lying to you. She lives with anxiety. I live.
Okay. You guys all know me. You know, I stop in videos all the time and talk about it. This guy, again, is talking about his problems with his wife. The other one's like, well, me and my ex-wife. That's not what you do. And again, look right here. I'm circling right here. We got the smile. He's getting away with it. We've got the hands of rage. You guys feeling me?
Really,
I know. Her anxiety elevates my anxiety. And sometimes it
that's why I'm like, I gotta walk away, I gotta breathe, and then it backfires even then. You know, but
I'm not going to try to sit here and give you like,
no,
my advice. You've been on this whole almost as long as what I have. There's nothing I can tell you that's going to really make a difference. But at the end of the day, I'm sorry that all this has happened. I'm sorry that it went to this extent.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I get my key and make my go back? If you can grab me something?
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Would you mind watching the corner? Yeah. Yeah, just if you don't mind doing it from over here, we don't want you to get hit in the road.
Okay.
So.
I don't have anyone saying he actually punched you aggressively. It sounds like it was shoving in a manner that was probably more consistent with trying to convince you of the man or to get space from you, not to slap the face. That makes sense. So, if the tables were turned and he was beating on you and you were shoving him, of course we're going to look at it like, oh, of course, he's defending himself away from you. But we're looking at the same way with him. So how does he hold carry that he's a bigger animal in your small ego? The law doesn't say, hey, Officer Pratt, Officer Robbins, you can treat people different based on gender and things you can. Even if it makes no sense, you probably could not physically destroy this man with the heart of the arm.
This is Officer Robbins. Hey, how's it going? That's fine. I'm still going to be here for a few minutes dealing with this, so we have almost as much time as you need. So, his name's going to be Brian, Brian. Last name Laundry is Laundrie. In laundry? Yeah, well, it's not Y, it's ID at the end. Yes. So they were at Moonflower, the organic grocery store down the street from you guys, and they got into a heated argument. Both of them were saying it was over petty stuff. He told her to take a walk so that she could cool off. She refused, broke into the car after he walked her out of it. She started trying to slap and scratch him. He pushed her away. They both got in the vehicle, took off, and I found them out here next to the street. No. Well, we are charging her with domestic assault. So there's going to be a protection order set in place between the two of them until he's able to get over to the PD tomorrow. He doesn't want to pursue it, but I don't have a choice in this, as I'm sure you are well aware. So he's going to be wanting to go over to the PD first thing tomorrow morning as they open up to get the protective order removed. But that doesn't fix tonight. Yeah. Cool. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Yes, they both have Florida licenses. Of course. Right. Well, the other part of it is I don't think it's very likely, but with her as the suspect in this, would you be able to hook her up for the night? Okay. I had to make sure I at least asked. It's better safe than sorry. So I didn't know if that would make your life any easier or any tougher on you. So. Awesome. And if it's easier for you to just send me a text with a location, that works just as fine. All right, it sounds like a plan. Thank you. What did you say your name was again? Pete or Philip? Phil. Okay. All righty, Phil. Talk to you later. Hey, Brian. Can I take 2 minutes of your time real quick back here? So, because there was an assault that took place and you were obviously showing signs of the strikes, do you mind if I take pictures of the injuries that you sustained? I know it's not super severe. I mean, you want me to call? I mean, I can call you and us if you want me to. You don't seem like you want to.
No, I'm fine. If you don't take a photo, you can take a photo.
Yeah, I need to take pictures for my evidence because otherwise it's going to be your say, let's say, my say, and the court's going. So I have to do this part over there. Alright, so it's going to be a couple of pictures.
Okay, look at his hands. He's very relaxed there. Just got to take some pictures of you because, you're the victim. He's relaxed as he can be right there. But when he's actually being talked to, hands are folded and he's holding back. This guy, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, I can grab it because it's like it's gonna smile. Where are you going?
My face. One of three pairs, I think, got scratched on the
And you saw it, right? Yeah, I saw it. I was trying to build some consistency between stories. And then you see your hand, is that? Let me get that one. That there. Hold on. I know you said this is from a wire, but I'm going to take a picture of it just in case, and I'll document that you're saying that's from a wire, not from her. It's just I want to document everything. And then your right hand. You have anything on the other arm, on your back?
chest, anything like that. And you can turn that real quick as well. You want to kind of tilt your head off to the right and look up.
This side?
And this is just for precautions. You might look in your short corner. We can go back here if you want some privacy. I want to, like I said, I want to do a very thorough job. I want to make sure that you don't have any additional injuries. You don't need that. You might here, call it out on me a little bit. And the other side. So I talked to my contact over there at ZKB. People that can help with hotel rooms and stuff like that are out of the office. It's not contacted, but a couple people trying to get all lined up because certain people have access to the corporate card, he doesn't. So we're trying to get everything lined up. This is going to take us a few minutes to get that lined up, get her signed up and stuff like that. Like I said, we're going to be hanging there a piece of paper that has books on it, dates, stuff like that, and should be able to give you all that information. Okay? So, I'm going to hang that. Well, yeah. You want to go ahead and finish getting your stuff?
Yeah.
Find out later.
Better cell phone, she's calling her parents just to feel better. She doesn't want to not be with them today.
There's no choice in the matter.
Yeah.
So
that's the smallest supervisor of the sister said.
Okay, I'm going to speed this up a little bit because it's just them situating the car. Are we having fights in here? Mateo always cool as hell. Brian Laundrie is still alive. Wrong, Gail. Wrong, Gail. Wrong. No. He is the one that was wearing the black dress. No, Gail, he's dead. Sorry to tell you. I understand that you were saying that you're a psychic and you have visions. Well, this one didn't work.
right. Right.
How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next.
Okay, so this is going to be a trigger warning because we're going to see them talking to Gabby before they get everything going. All right? Mateo. Oh, I actually said French Canada wasn't shit, but I meant the Laundries were from French Canada, and they ain't shit. Nobody's offended, and if they are, guess what? They can get gone. Gail. No, I'm not a psychic. I only believe in God. Well, God knows what happens. He knows what happened. Let me tell you right now. Brian strangled Gabby to death. And then, being the bitch he is, because of his mother, who's an abusive woman himself, he would have loved. He was trying to play the victim because he's used to his own mother, the way she treats his father. And he took care of himself out in the swamp. Mateo, Deb is amazing, so is Canada. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Gabby, this is a very, very important question. How you answer this question is going to determine what happens next. But the only person who can answer this question is you. Think very hard before you answer the question. Do not quickly answer. Think very hard. When you slapped him those times, were you attempting to cause him physical pain or physical impairment? Was that what you were attempting to do? What were you attempting to do? What was the reason behind the slapping and stuff? What was it you were attempting to accomplish by slapping?
I was trying to get him to stop telling me to come in.
Well, it doesn't sound to me like she attempted to injure him. It's your call. This is 100% your call. I support you either way. I'll let you get back to your own parents, okay?
Say that she openly admitted to me earlier that she was striking him in the arm. Or he said that she was striking him in the arm. He said she was, and that's what caused him to hit the curb. She said that she got hurt. I might have this too much.
She said that too, that she started distracting him by hitting him, and that he told her to do it, and that's why the mark found when he was up. She said it was her fault because she was distracted him by and she said she didn't try to hurt him, it wasn't malicious, she thought that he wasn't listening to her.
So assault is an attempt with unlawful force or violence to do bodily injury to another. The code for bodily injury, the definition says, bodily injury is infliction of pain or physical impairment or illness. So you can go this now. I'm recording, and society and the judges and everyone can judge me for this. I am looking at a 110-pound female and her fiance who have no means to be separated. He doesn't want to pursue it. She's not a threat to him, more than slight abrasions from her fingernails. I don't care if you use the actual letter of the law to not charge, but I also don't care because it literally does possibly make perfect sense to go full-on domestic assault and do the whole thing.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. It probably would have been better for the police in Moab to have pressed charges against Gabby, forcing her to reach out to her parents to get her out of trouble. I know that sounds extreme. You guys think I'm crazy? Because if they would have really, what they were saying is, she's the aggressor, she did this, but they're giving her a break. Had they pressed charges, which would just been a misdemeanor, she wouldn't have had the opportunity to go to Salt Lake City and then to Wyoming with him. Just a thought. Tell me if I'm wrong. Leanne Edwards became a new YouTube member. Thank you. Thank you. Mateo, you're partying it up in here today. Love having Mateo in the group.
This is your opportunity to make the decision. I'm going to go handle that. You got a very capable helper in here, and I trust you. I will.
All right, now. So we're still going to be going through. I do need some things from you. Do you mind if I did a picture of your driver's license?
Yeah.
I was thinking it was a card slider. This is me.
Uh-oh.
I know this man is hair.
You said that this is still your mailing address, right?
Mhm.
Still right away. Alright, and then Brian, what is your phone number?
Thank you guys for helping us.
Oh yeah, no problem. Have a good day. My phone number?
Okay, for some reason, they're cutting out the audio in this part. And I don't know why, because I want to know what he's saying and what Gabby's saying when they go back. Leanne, hi, love y'all. Love you too, Leanne.
Can I get your phone number? Okay, do you have any problems with me taking a picture of that and have IDs and stuff like that for my investigation? Here. So, this is what I'm going to do. I've decided I am not going to cite you for domestic violence matter, okay? It was only going to be a Class B misdemeanor. However, the domestic violence portion of it enhances it. Makes like a major pain in the butt, especially if you're 22, right? So I'm choosing not to cite you today. So you are not going to get.
That face of Gabby's breaks my heart. Had he decided to charge her, even though she was not guilty, we wouldn't be talking about the end of the case today. That she was strangled and left out in the Grand Tetons. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion.
Alright, but this is what I do have to do. I am separating from you tonight. Okay?
And real quick, I'm not saying because she did something wrong. I'm just saying if they had followed the letter of the law, it's like they were trying to cut her a break, really. If they had followed the letter of the law and gone off what they had seen, somebody should have been charged. That's all I'm saying. I get what he's saying. You're 22 years old. You don't want to carry that around with you.
I want you guys both to be tonight away from each other, relax, breathe. There's no routine going, okay? This is. I understand that this can feel like it's a nightmare, but you're coming out of the golden flower on top of it, okay? So, you're going to be taking the van tonight, and you're going to go somewhere else. I am going to get him lined up for the hotel room tonight. I want you guys to stay away from each other. For both of you guys' sake. From what you told me and what he told me, you guys have a bunch of little things that are building up, and finally the little string that you guys were tight walking on the road tonight. Does that sound about right? So, I just want everybody to breathe, get a chance away from each other, go eat a meal, talk to your parents, whatever it is you got to do.
In here?
Just told me so. So, like I said, that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. Hold on. This is Officer Robbins. Oh, Perfect. Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Is this your cell phone that I called? Okay. Okay. Well, go ahead and save my number into that phone, and I'll save your number, or this number, into my phone. That way I can contact the on duty after hours person. So, because I literally had to Google it. So, perfect. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate your time. All right. So, I've got him a hotel room tonight. So here in just a minute, I have to keep you guys separated. For right now, don't contact each other or don't wave at him. Okay? Do you want me to say anything to him? Because I can do that for you. You want me to let him know that you love him and that you'll see him tomorrow and stuff like that?
I've never liked that statement. And guys, this is the whole unedited. This is the whole body cam. Okay? This is everything. This is everything. So it's stuff that people have never seen before. Do you want me to tell him you love him? Don't get them back together there, Chuck Woolery. You're not love connection. You obviously know there's a problem. She's in the police car. She's going to be sleeping in the van. You had to get him in a hotel room. What do you mean? Do you want me to tell him that you love him? I have never, ever, ever, ever liked that. Kendall Hart 21, great chat. What is your name, podcaster? Do you want my government name or the name of the channel? It is Crime Lines and Lies. Crime Lines and Lies. Who would say that, though? Hit that sub button. We have a lot of new people in here. Hit that sub button. You mean to tell him you love him? Let's not coax a toxic relationship back in. Okay? Goodness.
Oh, he's bad about that too? Yeah. Okay, I'll make sure that he has a phone charger. Okay? And if I have anything else,
make sure he has his phone charger. She's worried about him while Duper's Delight's over there, and he's loving getting the attention because he's the victim. Gotta be kidding me. Wow.
just keep your cell phone on so I can call you if I have any questions, alright? Alright, so just kind of sit tight for me real fast and then we'll talk to Alright, Brian, a couple things.
Couple things?
Couple things. One, I got your hotel room.
Thank you. It's going outside.
So,
I like outside.
number two, and this is probably the biggest one. She claims that she did not have intent to hurt you when she was slapping at you. So technically speaking, it does not fit the letter of the code. So I am not going to be charging her with DV. Exactly. So this is what I am going to do, however. I'm not going to release you guys together. I want you guys to stay away from each other tonight. Okay? She's agreed to it. Take some time for yourselves. You guys both have the exact same story as to what led up to the incident. So, taking some time tonight, specifically, taking tonight away from each other is going to be the major breaker in all of this. I think that will help you guys, especially tomorrow when you guys meet up. So she does have a couple of messages for you. One, she says she loves you. She's looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Two, don't forget yourself.
Okay, I'm going to rewind this a little bit in case anyone missed it. I know everyone comes into the show at different times. I want to make sure you hear this. I am not bashing the police. She loves you. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Man. Like I said, this is not the dating game. This is not the dating game. Let's listen to this again. Listen.
Okay. She's agreed to it. Take some time to yourselves. You guys both have the exact same story as to what led up to the incident. So, taking some time tonight, specifically, taking tonight away from each other is going to be the major breaker in all of this. I think that will help you guys, especially tomorrow when you guys meet up. So she does have a couple of messages for you. One, she said she loves you. She wants to.
The body cam when he was talking to Gabby, do you want me to give him a message? I can tell him you love him and all that stuff. She did not say she wanted to say that. He said this to Brian. Is everyone hearing this? Okay, so Cupid here, Cupid cop in Moab, and I back the blue. I'm not going after law enforcement. He says to her, after what's going on, I can give him a message. I can tell him you love him and all this stuff. Excuse me. Then he's telling him what she didn't say. She never said in the back of that police car that she wanted that relayed to him. We're going to hear it again. And watch Brian's face. Everyone watch Brian's face, please.
Take some time to yourselves. You guys both have the exact same story as to what led up to the incident. So, taking some time tonight, specifically, taking tonight away from each other is going to be the major breaker in all of this. I think that will help you guys, especially tomorrow when you guys meet up. So she does have a couple of messages for you. One, she says she loves you. She's looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Two,
you heard it again. She never said to that officer, tell him I love him and I'm looking forward to seeing him tomorrow. She didn't say that. When it comes to these situations, you don't take that stuff upon yourself. That's absolutely insane. That's why I'm glad we're watching the full body cam.
Yeah, good. He might be fumble around the entire 2 laps, so I'm trying to find one.
yeah, I know. Okay. The other thing is, I don't want you guys to contact each other.
No,
Okay,
unless
when
he said that she gonna text me or whatever, I was gonna send me a message. So please don't message me. But
tonight,
don't do anything. Yeah. I don't know.
she's passing on her love and saying goodnight and stuff like that. All that do stuff that I do to my wife too. Okay, so
I appreciate it.
just so don't. Just try to not contact each other unless, like I said, first chattering, something happens.
All right, so the officer brings up his wife again because obviously that's the way he does law enforcement when he talks about his own personal problems. I don't know why Brian just didn't say, hey, don't take me to the hotel. Let's go have a beer and we can talk about your problems.
Guys, I'm really jumping the car right now. I'm going back and forth and somehow there's that kind of circumstance. There you go. Exactly. Other than that, just have a meal by yourself, take a breath. You're going to get a hotel room, watch some TV. It's probably going to be one since you actually got to sit down and relax. It's another thing that you can watch TV. So, take some time to your guys' feet. Yeah, take a shower, man. You got to change your clothes. You got some toadies in there, right? All right, good. Because they're going to have everything that you need to ship. All right. Our main concern is make sure that you have self-control so you guys can not go on. Okay?
I really appreciate it.
I am going to walk her over here to the car. Okay? And you'll just go stand over here in front of this pickup real quick. We'll get her out of here and I'll be right over here. Alright? You get right in there, absolutely. Alrighty, Gabrielle, you want to step out for me? As you can see, I have keys in my hand, which is good. Okay. So, something that I do that I emphasize to him, and I don't know if I emphasize to you or not. Don't text each other tonight. He wants to pass on the same message you passed to him. Really looking forward to talking to you again, but I told him, unless there's earth-shattering emergency news, don't text us tonight, okay?
But nobody heard him say that to him. Again, why is the Chuck Woolery of Moab police trying to patch these two back together? Can someone help me? And he's talking about his own personal problems. You want me to give him a message? No. She didn't say anything. And he wants me to give you a message. We never heard that. No, that is not what happened. You guys are watching this. You're watching. It's all unedited.
Even with the good nights, I love you. He's saying good night now. He's saying he loves you now. And I'm getting tomorrow morning, okay? He's going to go to the hotel.
He is not saying goodnight. He is not saying he loves her. He's looking forward to going to the hotel. He was just told it's going to be comfy and for him to get relaxed, and they will have everything he needs there. Absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I'm going to give you the keys to the van. Alrighty? So, here's that. I'm giving him a ride over to the hotel. Okay? So, everything's going to be okay.
Will it be a far drive for me to get him in the morning? I'm just curious.
I'm not going to tell you where he's going to be at tonight.
I know.
Like I said, I want you guys to be separated. But I can tell you this.
I just don't usually drive the van, so I just want to make sure it's not like far away.
No. It's
Okay.
it's basically from here to Moonflower.
Okay.
Okay? It's not far at all. So.
Well, you spent all that time telling Brian how he's going to be comfy in the hotel. She's telling you she doesn't know how to drive the van, not comfortable driving the van. You can tell by her mannerisms. Where's she going to eat? Where's she going to shower? But you didn't have any time to help her. But you made sure to give her these I love yous from Brian. Those were not his sentiments, just like you gave them from her to him. Make it make sense.
Let's get you in the van. Let's get you on board. All right? Do you want that Gatorade, by the way?
Okay.
You got enough water? Also, something I want you to know. Here, stand over here real fast for me. If you go over to City Market, they have a list of places where you can get yourself a shower for like $4 or $5, something like that. They're pretty cheap. A place where you can shower, decompress, de-stress a little bit. Alrighty?
Yeah, I just showered yesterday at one of those.
Well, you didn't have today happen yesterday, so it does my wife wonders. When she gets stressed out, it's like, get in the shower.
It
Just
does
get in the shower.
sound really relaxing.
Go take a shower, relax, take some time to yourself, and like I said, don't text each other.
Did he bring his wife up again and how much his wife showers? Mateo, you're right. That is a brutal image of the angel. Remember that image. When you let your daughter date Mr. Perfect. Yeah. And I'm not blaming her parents at all. They didn't know what was going on. But my God. My God. Okay. I got to go back. How many times is he talking about his own situation? Mary, how many times did he keep bringing up his own situation? Kind-hearted. Comment intended for girly girl. It is painful. It is painful. Yeah, Gaelic girl's hilarious, and so are you. Glad you're here.
Take each other tomorrow morning after your eyes open up and you're fully awake and your morning routine, okay? You have a good night, okay?
if I got the ladder, I get the bottom of it, it was just a rattle of the rattlesnake. It's just a contact. So,
You ready for a ride?
yes, we do.
My door's open. Just climb in the back seat. Yeah. You can put your backpack back there too. I appreciate it. Sorry about that approach. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Oh, it's alright. It was an interesting pull in, so. Thanks, man. Daniel, by the way. I didn't formally introduce myself. I'm Daniel. I'm 229, so if you hear that, you know you're 223, Ryan. See, I hear you guys all the time. So,
What's your first name?
it was nice meeting you guys. We'll see that. What's that? You like it?
I was wondering if you get to play your own personal music video.
Heck yeah, dude. I got my own phone hooked up to this thing. Yeah. Hey, man, it's not too hard to go a few hours without having anything interesting happen.
All right. So now he's talking about his police cruiser. So what do you guys think? Okay, so we read the FBI release. We saw the statement from the FBI. Brian confessed to killing Gabby in his notebook. Now we see the full body cam image. Right, doohickey. Oh, wow. What's that button do? I guess we'll find out. Hang on.
Anything to get the old blood pumping real good, you know what I mean? So.
I stuck my hand up because I didn't want to scare you when I pulled over.
Oh, no, that wasn't a traditional stop, to say the least. So don't feel bad. SO2T9.
All right, so that's where it cuts off. All right, does anybody want to grab the link and come up and talk? Because I know for people following the...
Already know. She did want to pass on her good nights and loves yous and stuff like that, okay? And she understands that I didn't tell her where you're staying because, like I said, I'm trying to keep you guys away from each other for tonight.
Hang on.
Say that again?
Where did you say I was going?
I just told her that you were going to a hotel. Okay.
Okay. I don't know why that popped back up. Back up. $2 for the cuss jar. Thank you, doohickey. Woo. Well, I'd be in a world of hurt. So, I mean, every case I follow to the end. And today is the end of the Gabby Petito case. It all came out. FBI concluded their investigation. The notebook, he confessed in the notebook. I believe that Moab police should have arrested one or the other, made him make a phone call. Just my opinion. That's what I think. I don't think the officer should have gone back and forth, whispering sweet nothings in each of their ears. Oh, she loves you. You may tell him you love him. I don't get that. I don't think he should have gone back and forth saying, well, I've got problems with my wife too. Not really good. In a perfect world, this is where Gabby grabs her keys, empowers her self-worth, and drives off, leaving the POS in the dust. That's what I was saying too. Grab those keys, girl, get in that van and get going. Julie, what about the parents? I think they're pretty connected, and I don't see anything happening to old Chris and Roberta. I really wish something would. Accessory after the fact or something, but I don't see it happening. I think they had everything. When he came back with Gabby, they already knew something went awry. They're not dumb people. Okay, they're not dumb people. When he showed up and did not have Gabby with him, and they understand common sense. They understand business. We're not talking about Dawn and Candace Wells here. They understand these things. They knew something happened. and they got things in motion. I don't think anything's going to happen to them. I just don't. I just don't. Her parents deserved closure, as in an arrest of him. The most they have is his notebook where he confessed and that he killed himself. I mean, I wonder sometimes, did her parents have any fondness for him? Because it doesn't seem to me that Chris and Roberta had any fondness for Gabby. Because I would think they would have been up in arms when he showed up in September 1st, without Gabby. I would have been sounding all the alarms. We got to find her. 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 I got to call her parents. We can't find her. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. I do know that Gabby's parents were reaching out to them, and they basically wouldn't even answer them. Yes, his parents definitely did help him. Danielle, his parents definitely did help him. They definitely did. That goes without saying. They definitely did. And it's going to be a really, really rough life for them. Everyone knows where they live. Everyone knows their names. Everyone knows what they look like. It will never be the same world or community for them ever again. Are they going to charge Brian with murder? They still can. They can't charge him with murder because he's dead. They basically ended their investigation today because he confessed to it in his notebook, and they said he was the only person that could have done it. Nope. I mean, when you charge someone, you have to bring him to court, and Brian's dead. And his parents, I mean, they didn't have a funeral for him. They don't care. They want all this done. They want it done, done, done. I think it would be very good justice for Gabby Petito's family for Chris and Roberta Laundrie to be charged with something. I don't know what it would be. I'm not going to make anything up. I don't know what it would be. To bring some justice, because they definitely interfere with them trying to find their daughter. Julie, anything about the ladies in Utah? Nope, nothing. The FBI said that Brian was not responsible for them. Not at all. Not at all. We went through that earlier in the show. They said not connected. Peggy said, case closed. FBI timeline leaves lots of questions if waiting for Gabby's parents to make a statement and give the truth to people whom helped them. If either family makes money off this sick. Well, I mean, Gabby's family does have a foundation, but I can't say that they're profiting from it. I do know that they finally decided to divide up their belongings. Odd to me, they should have already sent her belongings to them. They should have already sent her stuff to them. It was in the van. Sarah, conspiracy to cover up murder. They can be charged for that if it's found they knew the entire time. That might have been the holdup, but they couldn't have possibly known because they were surprised when he got there September 1st, and he's giving them the runaround. You know, who even knows what he told them? Mateo. at Brooks, this is a stretch, but do you think maybe possible the two families may have come to an agreement by now? It did cross my mind. It did cross my mind. Because the Petito family and their foundation's got a lot of money poured in. It did cross my mind. I'm not going to lie. It did cross my mind, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is Lisa's comment. Why would anyone even want to imagine that creep was still alive? Totally not understandable. No. And I could not believe people were like, oh, here's Brian Laundrie. Here he is. Like they're taking pictures of like anyone that looks like Brian. They're like, I found him. I found him. I found him. It's like, where's Waldo? Or like I said, where's Baldo? The entire time. Jackie, where's the van? The van is still in Florida. Believe it or not. The van is still in Florida. Still in Florida. But I'm going to wind this down, guys. So we have the resolution with the Gabby Petito case. Brian Laundrie is the one that murdered Gabby Petito. They released the cause of death. He confessed in his notebook. If anything happens with Chris and Roberta, I will jump right on. Right on, you know I will. Got to answer this real quick. I would like to know when the lawyer found out about Gabby. Me too, because baby boy got there on September 1st. September 11th is when the police came to Chris and Roberta's. And all they did was open the door enough to slide a business card out with Stephen Bertolino's number on it. I would like to know too. I would like to know too. Annette, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Gaelic. Mommy Dearest knew where Baldo was, Brooks. Yep, she did. She did. Yeah, she did. Absolutely she did. Yep, she did. I want to know where the van's going to go. Because I did see the picture of it. It was on a flatbed truck, and I don't know where it was going. It's obviously going away from their house. And they did seize it at one time. She wasn't killed in the van. She was killed out in the woods in Wyoming. Not in the woods, but in the Grand Teton in Wyoming. But they did seize it, and they brought it back, but then it went away again. Hopefully her mom or dad gets it. Hopefully. Mary, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. You guys make my day. Well, guys, I've got to go take some cold medicine because I can barely breathe. Not going to lie. My sinuses are killing me. They are killing me. It's like 1 second I feel okay, and the next second I feel like I'm going to die. Jackie, got here late. Love your shows, Brooks. Well, love you, Jackie. Love you. So like I say, we follow every case to the very end. The very end, the very end. Pick them apart, dissect them, beat a dead horse, do it all day, every day. I am glad there's resolution for Gabby's family. I don't think it makes them feel any better. But at least they know that he confessed in his diary. Okay? That it actually was Brian dead in the swamp, not this imposter people are talking about. And you guys are the best community on YouTube. I'm not going to lie. No one's going to convince me otherwise. You guys are always smart, funny, intelligent. You don't just sit there and say the obvious stuff over and over and over. Like you get my mind working and we go back and forth. And I absolutely love it. So come visit with me in Discord. Send me an email anytime you want. It's cll72020@gmail.com. I'll get you a link if I know you. If I know you. And don't forget to see us on Facebook. And remember, we're live every morning at 9 a.m. And then we have little surprises like this. Sometimes we have 2 or 3 shows a day. You never know. But look, hey, you guys are the best. I'm not going to lie. You guys mean the world to me. I will see you 9 a.m. Monday morning, okay? I hope everyone has a great weekend. Thank you for jumping in here tonight, giving justice for Gabby, prayers for Gabby, prayers for her family, and following this case to the end. You guys are the best.